Oh, when did a morning shine so rich in atonement as this for my dark, dawning youth? Darkened watching a mother decline, and that dead man at her heart and mine, for who was left to watch her but I? Yet so did I let my freshness die. I trust that I did not talk to gentle Maud in our walk, for often in lonely wanderings I've cursed him even to lifeless things, but I trust that I did not talk, not touch on her father's sin. I'm sure I did but speak of my mother's faded cheek, when it slowly grew so thin that I felt she was slowly dying, vexed with lawyers and harassed with debt. For how often I caught her with eyes all wet, shaking her head at her son and sighing, a world of trouble within. And Maud, too, Maud was moved to speak of the mother she loved as one scarce less forlorn, dying abroad, and it seems apart from him who had ceased to share her heart, and ever mourning over the feud, the household fury sprinkled with blood by which our houses are torn. How strange was what she said when only Maud and her brother hung over her dying bed, that Maud's dark father and mine had bound us one to the other, betrothed us over their wine, on the day when Maud was born. Sealed her mine from her first sweet breath. Mine, mine by a right from birth till death. Mine, mine, our fathers have sworn. But then what a flint is he! Abroad, at Florence, at Rome, I find whenever she touched on me, this brother had laughed her down. And at last, when each came home, he had darkened into a frown, chid her, and forbid her to speak to me, her friend of the years before, and this was what had reddened her cheek when I bowed to her on the moor. Yet Maud, although not blind to the faults of his heart and mind, I see she cannot but love him, and says he is rough but kind, and wishes me to approve him. He tells me when she lay sick once with a fear of worse, that he left his wine and horses and play, sat with her, read to her night and day, and tended her like a nurse. Kind? But the deathbed desire, spurned by this heir of the lyre. Rough but kind? Yet I know he has plotted against me in this, that he plots against me still. Kind to Maud, that were not amiss. Well, rough but kind. Why, let it be so. For shall not Maud have her will? So, now I have sworn to bury all this dead body of hate, I feel so free and so clear by the loss of that dead weight, that I should grow light-headed, I fear, fantastically merry. But that her brother comes, like a blight on my fresh hope, to the hall tonight. Strange that I felt so gay. Strange that I tried today to beguile her melancholy. The Sultan, as we name him, she did not wish to blame him, but he vexed her and perplexed her with his worldly talk and folly. Was it gentle to reprove her for stealing out of view from a little lazy lover who but claims her as his due, or for chilling his caresses by the coldness of her manners, nay, the plainness of her dresses? Now, I know her but in two, nor can pronounce upon it if one should ask me whether the habit, hat and feather, or the frock and gypsy bonnet be the neater and completer, for nothing can be sweeter than Maiden Maud in either. But tomorrow, if we live, our ponderous squire will give a grand political dinner to half the squirelings near, and Maud will wear her jewels, and the bird of prey will hover, and the titmouse hope to win her with his chirrup at her ear. A grand political dinner. To the men of many acres, a gathering of the Tory, a dinner and then a dance for the maids and marriage makers, and every eye but mine will glance at Maud in all her glory. For I am not invited, but with the Sultan's pardon I am all as well delighted, for I know her own rose garden, and mean to linger in it, till the dancing will be over, and then, oh then, come out to me, for a minute, but for a minute, come out to your own true lover, that your true lover may see your glory also, and render all homage to his own darling, Queen Maud in all her splendour.